A lot of you guys have been asking for this, so I bought it and I think you might like it. That's because based on the comments that you guys sent, or majority of you rather, majority prefers a base-focused, high-value perspective product that's good for multiple use cases. And to a certain degree, these accomplishes that. The Truthear Zero Reds are neutral sounding, targeting the GM1 preference with a slightly elevated bass, making vocals sound deep and soothing, with an option to boost the bass even more via the impedance adapter that's included, all in the $65 or 3,800 peso package. Now, given that perspective, I'll tell you how it performs in gaming, why it's amazing for video editing, and tell you why you might want to pass up on them, especially if you have smaller ears. So, let's start with that. This is humongous, like properly huge, with the lip diameter being at 6.8mm, which is just 1.5mm short of a USB Type-C cable. Oh, and to add to that, this is like physically big, like the housing is. I mean, just go ahead and look at it. It sticks out and it literally covers majority of my ears. Not to mention, the area where you plug in the cables are quite flimsy, so you have to be extra careful when removing and reattaching the cables on this area here. Plus, if you sleep with IEMs, don't use these. You will most likely break them. Although, given that the nozzle piece extend to roughly around 11mm, the housing would be pretty far from your ears, meaning chances of it actually touching any part of your ears are quite low. Plus, given that these are extremely light at 4.5 grams per earpiece, it won't really drag your ears down, nor will it want to remove itself while like you're walking and such. But again, the nozzle size. Please use the largest ear tip you have on any earphone or IEM available before thinking about buying these. Or, I don't know, try sticking a Type-C cable in your ear, and if it barely fits, you might have a chance. Your choice. Now, another thing to consider here are going to be the accessories included. Starting with the cables. It exists. Like, there's no cable noise or microphonics to speak about during walks or like commutes, and it's 1.2 meters long, so only tall people, unlike myself, will have problems with them. However, if you need a microphone, there's unfortunately no option to have an inline mic, so if you need that, you're going to have to buy one separately from a third party. Although, if you're worried about the cables making them sound bad, like less clarity and such, don't. Cables don't make a difference in sound, so as long as you don't mind the feel and the looks, there's really no urgent need to change them. As a matter of fact, I'd advise you to go ahead and buy a DAC amp instead, since they might sound a bit too weak for some in terms of the volume. Now, talking about the other inclusions here, it comes with a leather case that has soft insides, so these won't really offer crush protection, but it will prevent scratches on the shoelace looking, well, faceplate. There's also 6 sets of silicone ear tips that are soft, comfortable, and you get a variety of them in the package. Plus, there's the foam ear tips that are equally just as good since they are very soft and comfortable, yet they don't break easily. I mean, just look at this. The foam ear tips that I have on the Truthear Hexa is nearly 1 year old, and despite using these for outdoor uses, it still look decent. Oh, and speaking about the outdoors, humidity won't be too much of an issue here, as the housing of the Reds are made of resin, meaning any oxidation or like rust forming will form on the actual metal nozzles, where there's replacement filters included, 2 of them, if that ever happens. In summary, shit cables and BBN aside, these offers a lot of accessories for its price. But now we talk about how they game, how it sounds like, at least from my perspective, and why I think these are still worth considering even after 2 years upon release. Before that though, I wanted to go ahead and thank these month's members right over here for your continued support at funding my burger addiction. And if you're enjoying the review video so far, please consider becoming a subscriber or dropping a like to help the channel grow. Alright, let's talk about sound. Starting with the bass, these have a good sub-bass extension, where songs like Snooze by SZA, especially during the intro, sounds absolutely phenomenal. It's deep, it's soothing, and it's the you feel it type of bass, and yet it doesn't overpower her vocals. And the same story actually goes for songs like Luther by Kendrick Lamar. The Red's tuning is just that amazing for songs you'll want to listen to when winding down. Then on top of that, the dual dynamic drivers these have adds to that natural timbre, which makes the bass done to a point that it's downright addictive for chill, jazzy types of music. Moving on, in terms of the mids, there's two sides here that come into play, where to help you go ahead and make a decision if it's actually worth getting, ask yourself these questions. Do I listen to exciting, upbeat type of music and songs that fall within the pop or rock genre? Or do I listen to calming, smooth, and like generally chill sounding pieces? Now, the reason why I'm asking you this is because if you answered yes to the first half, like exciting stuff and so on, get away from these and go for things like the Lecture SO8 or the OG0, because these sounds almost too safe to a fault, where acoustic guitars, electric guitars, and female vocals plus pianos sound way too smoothed out. Like it comes off like this with my hands on top of my mouth and such, right? It can sound boring or muffled at times, and I generally don't enjoy it for pieces like Test Drive by London Music Works, orchestra stuff, or a lot of Adele's music, because clarity sounds so lacking here. However, if you listen to a lot of acoustic covers, songs with a lot of male vocals like say Iris by Goo Goo Dolls, or tracks like Tattooed on My Mind by City, or pretty much any song with that jazzy hotel lounge style, then this is an absolute must-have, where the Reds give this warm, like deep and rich feeling sensation to it, perfect for Sunday evenings. In addition to that, the reason why I personally find these to be great for video editing is because these does male vocals or conversation sounds properly. It sounds close to neutral for me, but it's not going to be strictly neutral to the point where I'd only really want to use them for editing or like monitoring myself, unlike with the Zigat Lush. Moving on, in terms of the higher notes from treble to air, it sounds smooth, calm, and relaxing. So it doesn't come off as detailed or like goosebumps inducing, plus air regions come off as rolled off, making the clarity aspect here feel subpar compared to the things like the clean SV. However, in terms of the technical aspects, Soundstage feels average, where it doesn't provide a realistic sense of distance for instruments, plus sound cues in games feel much closer in a way that everything feels like it's inside your head. Like, I say this a lot with a lot of IEMs, but it's even more so apparent here. Imaging, on the other hand, for titles like Valorant and R6 are nearly pinpoint accurate, where once you hear a footstep, a gunshot, or maybe a utility popping off in the distance, you will know exactly where they're coming from, which has to do a lot with how the mid-bass to lower mids are done, which is recessed, resulting in a less confusing or a less muddy sensation for those, while also providing just enough emphasis to the upper mids, which lessens the ear-piercing fatigue factor of models like, say, the Truthear Hexa. However, when it comes to the separation or the feeling of being able to hyper-focus on a specific audio cue or maybe on a specific instrument during busy times, are a bit hit or miss. Because on one end, right, I experienced that shoot where you hear feeling in both R6 and Val, yet there's also a significant amount of times where I got extremely confused on where people are coming from. It was almost as if like the detail retrieval aspect here is a 50-50, where their ability to be smooth, calm, and non-fatiguing backfires once there's a lot of things going on at once. It kind of jumbles in. And I guess that sums up the idea here. The Truthear Zero Reds is not specifically made for gaming, but they are more than capable even for games like R6 with a lot of vertical sound cues. They're also not really gonna be fun or like exciting to listen to, and yet I found myself enjoying them for hours on end. And despite them not strictly being like bland and all neutral sounding, I found editing voices and commentary sounding like proper. Overall, I put this on B+ tier, where I think it's definitely not gonna be for everyone, but I still think it's worth considering if you like male vocals, jazzy songs, if you want something for editing, and if you want something for FPS games but will also be doing all those other things properly. However, if you're looking for something specifically made for FPS, go for the Truthear Hexa. Then, if you want both details for gaming and the fun aspect that comes with a little bit more bass, go for the Lecture SO8. Alright, my name is Charles, this is my take on the Truthear Zero Reds, and goodbye.